For whatever reason, I was thinking about this whole Will Smith thing. Maybe it's because someone mentioned it earlier, and I know I'm kind of late to the party, but quickly as I thought about this ridiculous situation, I was overwhelmed by the strength of Jesus and how composed he was throughout his ministry. Let me explain what I mean. Welcome back to Encouraged. I hope you guys are doing well today. Many times I have to practice self-control during irritating moments. And my wife can tell you I'm not used to chilling out. It's something that I work hard for. And because of God's strength, I am a much calmer person. Many of you out there might have temper problems as well. And if you live in a crowded city, you know that temper is being tested almost every week. If you scroll through your feed long enough on Instagram or on social media, you'll see people freaking out at just about anything. It's common to see people unable to control themselves when challenges arise. So everyone has already heard about and probably talked about this whole Will Smith slapping Chris Rock ordeal. Now, I didn't want to talk about this at first because it's a ridiculous topic. First of all, Will Smith is a wacky guy. He's into some weird stuff. And he got even crazier after all this drama with his wife, who did nothing but really humiliate him and the marriage because of her life choices and the way he adapted to them. Some argue that Will Smith was justified for defending his wife. But I think that joke didn't really merit a slap. Ultimately, it showed weakness. But let's forget about him. I want to talk about Jesus. Because Jesus was so different. Jesus, the Son of God, being all-powerful, the Lord who can command armies of angels, never freaked out and hurt anyone. So getting up and slapping a little dude over nothing doesn't really show how strong you are. Listen, Jesus could have slapped us all to hell, but he didn't. You want to know what real strength is? Look at the life of our Lord and how he lived. Being fully God and fully man, he walked this earth. He went around healing people and doing miracles. He had the power to walk on water. In one occasion, Jesus took 5 loaves and 2 fish. He looked to heaven, he gave thanks and broke those loaves and fed 5,000 people in Matthew 14. Do you remember when Jesus healed that woman who was bleeding? Do you remember that he didn't even touch her? As a matter of fact, Matthew 9 says that she said to herself, if I only touch his cloak, I will be healed. And guess what? She was healed. In Luke 7, Jesus heals a Roman officer's servant. And this Roman officer had so much faith. He told Jesus, hey, just say the words and he will be healed. And he was. I hope you're getting the picture of just how powerful Jesus is. And I hope you understand that this is not even the full extent of his power. John 21:25 says, Jesus did many other things as well. If every one of them were written down, I suppose that even the whole world would not have room for the books that would be written. But listen to this. Jesus was under attack, not only by humans, but by Satan and all the dark forces that exist. Jesus also had to take the whole wrath of God upon himself at the cross. Jesus suffered during the time that he was being tempted by Satan. Jesus suffered as he sweat drops of blood. Jesus had to be beaten beyond recognition. He was spit on by pitiful humans. He had to carry his own cross for miles, and he had to have crude nails driven into his hands and feet. Jesus had to take all the sins of the world, past, present, and future. It was the only way to save us. This is a pain that you and I will never understand. Yet still, under all that stress, Jesus didn't attack anyone, nor did he try to prove a point. He didn't have to show how strong he was, but this actually showed his real strength. As a matter of fact, if you recall, during the whole trial Jesus went through, and the beatings by clubs and having a crown of thorns crushed into his head, Jesus remained silent. Jesus was the only person that walked this earth that could have said, I'm actually better than you, and you're going to stop right now, but he never did. Now, opposite to that, we have crazy people like Will Smith, organizations about race, that all they do is try to prove how much better they are than everyone else. But let's focus on this. Jesus is amazing. We are living in rough times. So the whole purpose of this is to encourage you to just remember how awesome Jesus is. To not be fooled into being an emotional fool, but to be chill. Trust in the Lord. In John 10, Jesus had said that no one is able to take his life, but that he laid it down willingly. That is true power, and this should humble us to become better people. Because people who don't have the Lord do crazy things, and that's why you see all this mess on TV, on the news, in our society. But we don't have to live that way. We don't have to get into these situations because the Lord is with us and we have Jesus as an example. But anyhow, that's all I wanted to share with you. I know somebody needed to hear this. Keep following the Lord, keep your eyes looking up, and be faithful. May God bless you and your families.